Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today I want to do some wheel talk, kind of review also on skating, skaters. Um, so pretty much I've been trying to find my, I guess my Goldilocks wheel, as what's his name would say it. Um, Bendigros. Shout out Bendigros. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean I've ridden a few wheels, and then I seen a few wheels. Um, so we're gonna talk about Spitfires. So I got kind of the main, I guess, shapes if you want to call it. This is a radial, 52. This is a lock-in, 53, and this is the new OG classic shape. So it kind of just has like a little cutout, I think. I thought it was like this one. Um, is it? Let me see. I don't know. This one seems to go in a little bit more than this one, than the lock-in. But I just want to talk about like the characteristics of them and what you could expect. So these are the radials. The radials are pretty good actually. They're all around pretty, pretty good. I have too much, too many wheels, so I sold them. But I'm gonna, talk about them before I let them go. These I probably will come back to later in life. So if you ask me what's my favorite wheel, I would have said lock-ins. However, um, I had some rictas, speed rings. So these are the new ricta speed rings, but I had the old ones and I love those. Um, because the inner core is a lot. I don't know how to say it. So you feel less impact, of course, less rattle because the inner core is softer. This year thing's probably like, so I would say 78 or something, and the outside's 99 for me. You can get these in 100A, a little harder for you. I just preference. But these are my old Spitfire lock-ins. I use these like, oh man, I loved them. Um, so I bought the other set just in case. Eventually these are gonna waste down to probably there. But these are awesome. They are great for locking in, and I just prefer this shape in Spitfire. But it doesn't have its, what do you call it? Drawbacks and stuff. The speed rings, I'm riding them now. I actually like them a lot. So the inside, I thought it was gonna get caught, but it doesn't. It just rides pretty smooth. I'm riding the. These are 53. I couldn't find 52s, so 53, and then what do you call these? These are indie mids for the inverted kingpin. These are awesome too. They're lower than standards. Um, they're too low for me, so I added a riser from Mini Logo, and then this is my old set or my old trucks with, well, they're not old, but they were on my cruiser, so I swapped them, and it's on what do you call these, crooked risers. Hold on, let me go back to these. Hold up. Okay, so I don't know if I kind of talked about the other ones more, but back to these shapes. So we'll start with the lock-in. Yeah, you're gonna lock in well. I would say you're pretty good on mostly everything. It does scrape a little here when you wear it down more, but not really. So it's only when it goes down to like 53, or no, these are 53. My other ones are 52. So when they were down to 51, you kind of notice more like I guess less locking in because it's has a shorter what do you call this, up and like height. So expect that when you wear them down a lot. But for the beginning, they are awesome. You cannot go wrong with these. I wanted these in black, couldn't find them, so I had my swirls. My swirls, I found the Vans, and I had those for like a year, maybe 2 years, I think already, and they're just bomb. Um, okay, these are the OG classics in a Formula 4 urethane. Now these, they kind of felt like a conical. I know it doesn't look like I use them much. I use them for a session or two maybe, but so these definitely roll way fast. Um, they do lock in fine, I guess, because they're tall right now. Um, let me see. Mm, I think these felt like a little more rubbing. I mean, maybe it's because they're new. So once they like, what do you call it? What's the word? So once it hollows, not hollows, like ages, the urethane will probably get harder and slide better. The flips on these are a little harder for some reason. I don't know. Hold on. Sorry. My dog's opening the doors. Okay, back to, oh yeah. So flipping it with this one, for some reason it feels harder. Manuals actually feel great on this. Locking on coping feels great. On the box, it's all right. I mean, I really didn't notice too much of a contact on the inside, but I definitely prefer these because I feel confident when the flat edge locks in. Um, so yeah, that's what you can expect with these. Then again, I mean, I'm older, so the confidence difference is definitely gonna play a part in it too. So whether you're young, um, you might not really care about which either ones you have. You might just be fine with this one or this one. You won't notice the difference. Does look really cool though. I wish I had more like color options, but I do like the Spitfire on here. This one, it's classic, I guess. Haven't seen too many of these left though. I wonder why. The lock-ins. So the radial. Back to the radial. Um, the radial is actually a really good overall wheel. It doesn't rub much on the inside, even though it's round. It rolls great. You're, I would say, because when you try and do a flip trick, your vertical, or vertical, I don't know what you call it. Sorry. So like, how do you say it? When you scoop it, it kind of grips on the edge, so you're still in control. Versus on this one, when you scoop it, it kind of loses because on the inside, or right here, there's less like materials. So this one, I give it up to the radial. It's gonna be a great overall wheel that you can't go wrong with. Um, not to say it's not the same with Spitfire lock-ins, but I noticed definitely a little difference. I mean, these, so you have your pros and cons for both. This is gonna lock better, a little bit better than this one. This one was still locking pretty good. Maybe on round rolls this would be better because it's rounding to the corner. This one's gonna be like a sharper angle, but it'll still lock in too. Just wax it and you're good. Flip tricks with this probably feels easier since you got a little rounded edge versus right here. Tray flips with these, not that they're hard, you just gotta know the timing. But overall, yeah, they're awesome wheels. Um, buy a pair if you want to try them. I mean, I bought all these with my own money. They're not paying me. But yeah, I mean, don't take anyone's word. So I actually thought I was gonna, stay in love with this one, the lock-in, which I did for 2 years. Um, to give you a little story on the speed rings I have. So the old ones I had were, what were they? They weren't the Rapido urethane. It was how do you call it? There was an energy urethane, the old one Ricta had, and it was real hard. So it wasn't 101. It was 100 and I think it was 102 or 103, something like that. But those wheels are cool and they were pretty good actually. I'm heavier, so I slipped out a lot more. That's why I ride 99A. I learned that later, of course. But 99A here, 99A here. All these are 99As that I ride because that's my preference of Duro. Um, Funny story, I tried the what are they called? They're new tablets. Yeah, the tablets. Okay, so I tried the tablets. My friend had them in the 101, and those for some reason feel harder to like slide. I mean, I don't know what it is, but surprisingly, these rictas aren't that hard, and that's because I had what was it before the Rapidos? The Rapido ones, those are grippier too, and I don't know. These just feel good, and that's because I also thought about well, I have all these, and I might as well use some of them. But when trying these, I actually really like them. I never thought I was gonna go back to Ricta after the set I had. So there you go. I mean, don't take anyone's word for it. Just try it yourself, and you'll find what you're looking for. Maybe. So like, I didn't think I would like wider, but I actually love wider. So these are the Ricta Speed Ring, the wide versions. See if I can get it. Yeah, wide. Wide, yo. And let's see if you can tell how big. So that's 53. It brings Spitfire's 53. So they kind of look the same, but not really. Because when you shrink it down, this is still going to be wider. This one, when you shrink it down, it's not going to be as wide. Maybe like, it's not much in like millimeters, but you do notice it when you write it. That's all I can say. And these are 52s that are worn down. And shit, I mean, they are pretty wide still, but as you'll find out when you get there. When I get there, um, yeah, I actually love these swirlies or whatever you call them. So these are shake johns. It's on a creature um, power play, and this is a creature wide wide tip or something. I actually love creature now. Well, this is my first creature, but I've had it for a year. It's got a wide nose and a wide tail. But I've had this one for like a year and it still hasn't broke. Actually, very impressed with creature. So that's why I bought another one. The only thing is, if you like flatter boards, these have a lot of concave. So what you have to do is you have to take the trucks off and everything, of course. Put it upside down. Put your car over it. Let it sit for like 10 minutes, maybe a little longer. And you got to do the same with the tail, and eventually it'll flatten out. So like this one, that's not too steep. It was steeper. I actually didn't like this board because of that. So I rode it for a little bit, and then I noticed, like, I guess it was ghost tail or ghost pop, whatever. So I would try it, and it would like what do you call it? Yeah, ghost pop. So I thought I was gonna hit it, and then never hit. It had never hit when I was doing tricks. Um, so I found that trick for creature. I mean, they're strong too, so you're not gonna break it or anything. Now, if you had it for a while and then you do the board press with your car, then you might damage it. But other than that, they're gonna be fine. Don't worry about cracks or anything. You'll probably just notice the grip rip a little or something, and that's all. It's all damage from the car. Anyways, that was my review, I guess. I would do put some skating, but like I said, I sold these other wheels, so these are gone. These are gonna be gone. These I haven't sold yet, so I might keep these. Cause I can't find the Spitfire lock-ins anymore. I wanted them in black like this and swirl. I should have got them when I had the chance a long time ago, but I didn't. I had just still had the swirls. Anyways, yeah. So radials, not slim. I know people think, oh, because they're regular radials, they're gonna be too thick. When you wear them down, it's not as bad. I mean, it's all mental kind of in a way. So these also, when they were 52s, they felt real heavy, and I didn't like them because before that I had the ricta round wheels, the rapidos. So those are regular, like, damn, I wish I had them. So they're round and thinner, but in some way they're like an egg shape, so they oval out, and they seem well balanced, not too thick and not too thin. And I thought, that they were good. I just when I got on a wider wheel, I just liked it a lot. I felt a lot confident. I'm heavier, like I said. Not big or anything, just I weighed like two something. So I would slip more on those wheels versus these. But in the beginning, it does feel hefty. Not gonna lie, they're heavy a little bit. The more you use them, they're gonna wear down. By the time you know it, they're I don't know I don't know what sizes are. Honestly, they were 52s, but now they just feel like normal. What do you call it? They feel like normal wheels. I don't know how to say it. My friend has the classics, and they feel the same as these, but his are 51s. And then my other friend, um, he rides the radial slims, and then he said these he had, but he said they felt too heavy, so I didn't use them. So I gave them away. And I go, well, look, try these out. These are the same ones you gave away. Just I used them more. He goes, oh yeah, they feel the same as my radial slims. So I mean that just goes to show, just try stuff and not to take anyone's word for it. That goes with everything, boards, trucks. I actually gave up on Indy. Indy had, what do you call it? Their bushings were shit. I mean, they still are, but I didn't buy any of the trucks anymore. These are Thunders, but I had given up on Indy. Saw the Indy mids. The only reason I bought these because so Thunders are lower, and I like that. When I saw the Indies are 52 millimeter tall, I like I like the snap of this, but I also wanted the kingpin clearance and the it just kind of takes your mind off getting stuck. So that's why the reason I bought them. But it actually worked really well. These are pretty good trucks. There's a lot of clearance for no slides. You might get a little wheel bite, so if you add a riser, you a little one, not a big one. These are it's a fraction of the height, but it's a lot of you notice it when you put it on. So I swapped these because the Thunders are lower. These are mini logo risers. They barely lift it a little. and you can't really tell. Well, I mean, there you can, but when you're off it or on it, actually, um, yeah. So this is my setup. It's the wide tip from Creature. I wish they put them out more again because these are awesome shapes. You just gotta get used to them. But it's great for nollies, fake yollies, really anything. Because the nose, like I said, is rounded and the tail is more than your normal tail. So you have like a good feel for it. I was very impressed. Let me show you the tail. So that's your tail. It's not like a normal tail because this one over here is a kind of normal shape. They're kind of even more or less. Just they didn't, what do you call it? They tapered this more, so it's more like pointy a little bit. What that does, I'll talk about it in a little bit. So with this one, you your point for like tray flips is not so much right here. Let me see if I can point at it. So it's not so much right there by the wheel. It's gonna be more like up here. So it's sharper a little, I would say, or less sharper. I don't know. I got It's weird when I get on this one. This one's a tapered shape. So when I get on this one, I like. It takes me a few It takes me a few like tricks, warm ups to get used to it. And then when I get on this one takes me back to like the normal board setup because, like I said, this one's not tapered like this one, like not rounded or wide. This is more like they shaved it sharper a little bit, but you notice that when you ride it. But the pop on the power ply, which is this one, feels great. Like it's like wow. Um, this one still has pop, but I know that day's coming where it's gonna just break on me, sadly. But the wide tip Creature, if you can find one, or if they put more out, Santa Cruz also, so same thing. You should definitely get one. These are amazing, amazing boards. You might need to get used to it. So it took me like, oh man, how long did it take me? So I actually rode it for like a month or two on regular. So what I mean regular was, I didn't mess with the shape. The shape was still the same, height wise. Like it was a lot steeper. So I rode it for like 2 months, and then I noticed like I was still struggling with some tricks, and I didn't like it. So I saw Neen Williams. So Neen does this thing to his board where he puts his car over it and it flattens it, you know. So he leaves it there for a little bit and then takes it off, and that's supposed to make your like where it's more concave, flatter. And when doing that, it actually improves your response for hitting the ground. So I did it to this one, and wow, like it totally changed it. I really really loved it after that. So after I saw that, that was my solution to me not liking the board. I got this one for Christmas. I still haven't used it because this one's still going strong. But so this one, same thing. Very steep, and I don't like it, so I flattened it. Much better. Something that makes a difference too is your trucks. So these with or this board with those trucks are gonna be great. Like I said, these are. I mean, I don't know what thunders are. All I know is I use the risers on these. I might take them off later, but I use risers with these. These they stayed there 52. So with the little riser I have, it might be like 53 short or maybe 52 and a half. So pretty much like the hollow height, I think. Yeah. Hollows are 53.3. So this might be a little lower than that, but that little difference you will feel. I have indie regulars on my cruiser board, and definitely a big difference in the snap. The Like I said, the other one's my cruiser. That one's just, I mean, it rolls great on the streets, but for tricks and shit, this one's what I use, or this one soon. But yeah, these are the wheels I think are pretty cool from all the brands. So I'm not biased to one brand. I really like ricta and Spitfire. I haven't tried Pig, OJ. I've tried OJ actually, and I guess it was just a shape for me. Because ricta's same thing as OJ. The OJs I had the Milton Martinez Pros, so they were 99A, but they had so the pros for OJ, or the, what were they called? OJ's shape. It was like round here, and the inside was like a cutout. So you had one side like this and the other side rounded. What are they called? Mini combos. There you go. So OJ mini combos. I had a pair. I really didn't like them. Well, not that I didn't like them. They were just really big. So all the OJs I saw for sale were 101. The Miltons were 54. So they're big. They rolled amazing though, but that height, I got a lot of wheel bite, and they just weren't for me. I mean, maybe when I was a kid, I would have just toughed it out and ridden them till they shrunk, but I really didn't want to, so I sold them, or I put them for auction online, and some guy has them now, so that's why I see it. I mean, if something I'm not gonna use just stays here, I'm gonna sell it to someone that will appreciate it like I did and use it to their enjoyment. So that's what I'm doing with my wheels. These might stay with me till they're gone, like the Spitfires lock-ins. These are going to new homes. These I'm still debating because I don't know if I'm gonna find more lock-ins. Um, yeah, it's kind of sad though. I mean, I wish they had more of these. Like I said, so 53 Spitfires. We go 53 or 52. They're gonna be a little wider, so kind of look at a tablet 52 and just give it a little bit more width, I would think, and you'll have the lock-in shape. So if you have those currently, that's all you got to do. Imagine, because both sides of the tablets are like this, but if you shave out some of this on the other side, it makes it lighter actually. So I favor these more than the tablets. Radials, like I said, round, better response for flip tricks. Locking in's pretty good too. The roll is incredible actually on this one, and manual. So as soon as you hit the pad, you feel that wide surface kind of just take over, and you have more control with the wider surface. So all these are good on manuals. I can't really say anything bad about them. These are fast as hell for some reason. I guess it's because of the cutaways. Or is it the formula? They actually feel a lot different than this one. Like I said, might have been the time that I need to give it, but they're fairly new. But it does feel like they're a lot grippier and more squishier. But they definitely rolled quick, very quick. They felt good with manuals. As soon as you get on, you lean left or right. It doesn't really affect you. Docking is fair from what I remembered. And yeah, those are my wheels for now, guys. And if you have any questions, just comment. I apologize if it's long. It is a lot to cover though with 3 wheels. I wish I could have put skating, but like I said, these are sold and they're gonna go. So I wanted to like pull them out, review them, and give you like an idea of what to expect when you use these. For any of these wheels though, you cannot go wrong. If you're older and you want to save yourself some pain, get some speed rings. They're actually great. You can. I noticed I skate longer with these because they don't hurt me as much. The landing's a lot softer. You don't land as hard like you do with a regular wheel. So these are, of course, the inner core is softer and you ride a lot smoother. Their slogan is smooth to the core, but speed rings from Ricta, the new ones. If you have the old ones, I mean, you know what they're like. They're still good, but I don't know which duros you got. I had the hardest one, so I didn't like them. I did notice the energy though, like the I guess the transfer from the core and the outside. It just keeps you rolling, so it feels a lot better. But so what do you call it? Oh yeah, the core. So I got non-core wheels, which is pretty much your regular wheels. If you go to anywhere and you just say, hey, which wheels you got, and they go, you want core wheels with an inner core or non-inner core, and yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I said. So yeah, that's my video, guys. Peace out. Please no negative comments. Yeah, and keep skating, guys.